No tattoos, no flashy cars, no social media, no mansion in sight. In a world where footballers live like kings, flaunting wealth and building massive online empires, Rodrigo Hernández lives like a university student, literally. This is the story of a player who scored the Champions League winning goal, earns over 11 million pounds a year, and still drives a second-hand car. Who is Rodri really? And why does one of the world's best midfielders live like your quiet neighbor? By the end of this video, you'll understand how Rodri's strange, disciplined lifestyle has made him not just a footballing genius, but maybe the most grounded star in the modern game. But before we dive in, I've got a quick question for you. If you had Rodri's paycheck, would you keep living in a student dorm? Drop your answer in the comments. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button if you love stories that go beyond the pitch. The boy from Madrid, Rodrigo Hernández Cascante, was born on June 22, 1996 in Madrid, a city that breathes football. Growing up in the Spanish capital, Rodri, like millions of kids, fell in love with the game. But unlike most, he wasn't raised in a football-obsessed household. His family valued books just as much as balls, and academics came first. If Rodri had a football in one hand, he had a textbook in the other. That balance shaped the kind of man he would become: disciplined, methodical, and completely in control. While others were dreaming of becoming the next Messi, Rodri was learning how to solve equations, manage his time, and study for economics. This academic mindset would follow him throughout his life, and even into his career as a professional footballer. From rejection to reinvention, at just 10 years old, Rodri's talent was already catching eyes. He began his journey at Rayo Majadahonda, a small local club. Just a year later, he was snapped up by Atletico Madrid's youth academy, joining the same generation as Lucas and Theo Hernandez. But the dream hit a wall. In 2013, after 6 years of dedication, Atletico let him go. The reason? He wasn't physically strong enough. Imagine being told you're not good enough, not skilled enough, not tough enough. Most players might have given up. Rodri didn't. Instead, he joined Villarreal, where he quietly put in the work. And then something incredible happened. He hit a growth spurt. He shot up to 6 feet 3 inches, bulked up, and became a machine in the midfield. By 2015, he was making his debut with the first team. And by 2017, Villarreal had seen enough to extend his contract until 2022. Ironically, it didn't take long for Atletico Madrid to realize they had made a huge mistake. The return to Atletico and the big move to City. In 2018, Atletico came calling again, paying 20 million euros plus add-ons to bring Rodri back. They now saw what Villarreal had helped shape: a tall, intelligent midfielder who could read the game like a grandmaster plays chess. Rodri spent just 1 season back at Atletico, making 47 appearances. But the football world was watching. One club in particular was watching very closely. In July 2019, Manchester City activated his release clause, £62.6 million, a record fee for the club at the time. Pep Guardiola, always obsessed with midfielders, saw something rare in Rodri: a perfect blend of calmness, intelligence, and tactical awareness. But here's the question: how do you go from being a kid who was once too weak to a record-breaking Premier League signing? Simple. You work like Rodri. The mind behind the machine. Rodri isn't flashy. He doesn't dribble like Neymar, or shoot like Haaland, or shout like Cristiano. What he does is control the game, quietly, relentlessly, efficiently. Think of him as the motherboard of Manchester City. Everything runs through him. In the 2021/22 Premier League season, he had a pass completion rate of 91.8%, the highest among midfielders. In City's treble-winning 2022-23 campaign, Rodri was the brain behind the engine. And in the most important match of the club's history, the Champions League final, he scored the winning goal. A low, precise finish. No celebration, just calm, controlled. Rodri. He was named UEFA's Player of the Tournament for a reason. By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Rodri's story, consider hitting the like button. It really helps us grow and bring you more of these untold football stories. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more documentary-style videos every week. The Anti-Footballer. Rodri may be a superstar on the pitch, but off the pitch, he's just Rodri. He has no tattoos, no Instagram, no flashy watches, No insane fashion. In fact, for a long time, he didn't even have a nice car. His first car was a red Opel Corsa, bought secondhand from an elderly lady. When friends told him to upgrade for safety, he laughed. "A car is just a way to get from A to B," he said. In a world where footballers spend millions customizing their supercars, Rodri's logic is almost shocking. Even while playing for Villarreal, Rodri lived in a university dorm. Yes, you heard that right. A multi-millionaire footballer living in student housing. Why? Because he was also pursuing a degree in business and economics at Universidad de Castellón. There he met his girlfriend, who, like him, wanted a normal life. No photo shoots, no press, just two students trying to make it through the semester, living under the radar. Today, Rodri lives in Manchester, but the exact location? No one really knows. There are no paparazzi photos, no social media check-ins, no inside Rodri's mansion videos. He keeps everything quiet. He doesn't post photos with expensive clothes or private jets. He doesn't attend flashy events. He barely gives interviews. And when he does speak, it's almost always about the team, not himself. Even when he's not playing, he's just a regular guy. He likes playing table tennis. He cooks his own meals. He watches TV. He reads. He rests. No wild parties. No scandals. No drama. Can you name another footballer who lives like that? The national leader. On the international stage, Rodri has slowly but surely become the backbone of the Spanish national team. He represented Spain at every youth level, U16, U19, U21, and debuted for the senior side in 2018. Since then, he's earned over 50 caps, and many believe he's the rightful heir to Sergio Busquets. And here's the crazy part. While Spain has gone through ups and downs, Rodri has remained one of the most consistent players in the squad. Whether playing as a single pivot or alongside another midfielder, he brings stability, intelligence, and calm. Spain might not be the powerhouse they were a decade ago, but with Rodri at the heart of midfield, the future still looks promising. Not without controversy. Now, Rodri's not perfect. While he avoids drama, he's had his moments on the pitch. In 2023, he received his first ever Premier League red card after an altercation with Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White. Without Rodri, Manchester City lost the next 3 games, a stat that says more about his importance than the incident itself. He's also drawn criticism from rival fans. Arsenal fans were furious when he celebrated a late winner right in front of them. Liverpool fans still haven't forgotten a handball incident at Goodison Park that went unpunished, possibly costing them the league title. Still, none of that has shaken Rodri's focus. He apologizes when needed, moves on, and keeps delivering world-class performances. Role model in a flashy world. So why does Rodri live this way? Why avoid the fame, the spotlight, the lifestyle? Maybe it's how he was raised. Maybe it's the academic background. Maybe it's just who he is. But one thing's for sure, Rodri's lifestyle is making people talk. Young players now look up to him, not just for his skills, but for how he carries himself. In a time when many athletes measure success by followers and endorsements, Rodri defines success as consistency, discipline, and humility. He once said, "Football is important, but it's not everything. You have to have a life beyond it." That might just be the most powerful thing a modern superstar can say. So, what do you think about Rodri? Is he the ultimate role model for how a professional athlete should behave both on and off the pitch? Or is he just too quiet and understated to ever get the kind of global recognition that he truly deserves? Personally, I think his humility and consistency are part of what makes him so special, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's get a conversation going. I'm genuinely interested in hearing your take on his career and his place in the football world. Do you think his style of play will continue to dominate? Or is there another rising star who will take the spotlight? And hey, if you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps out the channel and lets me know you're enjoying the content. Plus, if you're into these kinds of deep dives into the lives and careers of football players who don't always make the headlines but are making waves in their own way, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new video. Until next time, stay curious, stay humble, and maybe think about driving a used Opel Corsa. Catch you in the next one.